How
I
did your
don't
year end? Let's start there. How did the
how
year end for you?
mm, it ended. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I feel like it was a good end to a very long year. I think 2020 was really weird for everybody, but I think 2021 everybody was trying to get back to normal. So like the end of it was like it was pretty like it was cool. I felt loved, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
You turned what,
I turned 24
24?
like 2 weeks before the new year. And that day I felt really loved too. And then the week before, like it's been a really good end of the year.
How did the year start?
The year started off with a bang. No, I'm just kidding. And I wish it started off with a bang, but I don't know. It's been kind of like I feel like when you go high, like you gotta end up going a little lower.
To balance out.
Unfortunately, yeah. So it's been kind of like stagnant. I don't like being stagnant.
Yeah, we always talk about that too, like that feeling, like we at a specific age where like life is kind of weird and tricky, and like it's
Yeah.
like a weird placement of like
One day
what's
this, one
next,
day
what am
that.
I doing, and then you start seeing peers. I wouldn't say higher or lower, but they're doing things different than you. Some
Mhm.
some of them are doing more, some of them are doing less, and you kind of like in between, like,
Yeah, it's a very in between.
and it's like you don't want to put yourself in a mindset where you're comparing,
Mhm.
but you're always gonna strive for more. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, to start this convo, I want to ask you. I mean, I'm gonna go first to give you time to think,
Okay, thank you.
but I'm gonna ask you like last year. I don't remember. I don't remember. I mean, you. I don't know if you remember me asking you this, but
Okay.
I asked you like, oh, what is the word that defines you for 2021?
You know what's I was dead thinking about that earlier.
Yeah. So I want to ask you that, like,
Okay.
what is this chapter in your life called for 2022? What is the word, the adjective word that like describes you? So for me, last year was expansion.
Okay.
Expanding in different ways, whether it was podcasts, mentally, physically, emotionally. This year for me is manifestation.
Okay.
So manifestation in the sense of like my well being, things that I want to achieve, things that I'm touching, putting my hands on that I wish it blooms and grows. Like this
Mhm.
podcast that I really wanted to take off.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to put that manifestation in the air this year. So that's the word for me this year.
Um, Last year I felt like my word was growth,
Yeah.
and like terms of myself and more of myself, more so like growing in loving myself, growing in like my relationships. And I guess this year I want to keep like in somewhat the same theme. So I think I chose independence,
Mm.
like learning to be
Alone.
that person alone, learning to like do stuff alone, learning that I can be alone, like just being independent. And I grew up like I don't want to say depending on my parents, but my parents like coddled
That
me.
was always there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I want to like try to branch out on my own more so and like be more independent, but still be like around other people, but just be myself
But to find
independent.
times
Yeah,
where like it's okay to be alone and it's okay to try new things by yourself, or
exactly.
like I guess step out of your comfort zone alone,
Mhm.
even if it
Even
means
go
that.
like by myself on a date, like go
Yeah.
to a bar by myself.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people can't do that.
Nah.
I want to be able to do that. So,
Nah, yeah, it forces you to step out of your comfort, your nature. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like that was a good start into the podcast, into the year. Like I just wanted to talk about these type of things. Get that vibe out there. Like for any of you guys that got a goal for this year, attack it. Um, this is only the first page of 12 chapters this year.
Yep.
And we already what halfway through the first one.
Yeah. And if you want, you could January is always a trial period, so you can
Yeah,
always start again in
that's what they
February.
say.
That's
Yeah,
what they say.
that's what they say. Let's get right to it. So we have a lot to cover today. Um, there was a thing trending a couple weeks ago. Remember, I was talking to you about the blue door, red door.
Yes.
The blue door was go back in time and fix all the
The
mistakes,
other one was money.
and the red door was the 10 billion in cash.
Okay.
So I did that survey on Instagram, and I got a good amount of engagements. Like people was voting. Um, Over 90% of people voted the red door, which was the 10 million in cash.
Yeah.
And like me and like two or three other people voted the blue door.
Why did you vote the blue door?
All right.
Because I'm gonna be a part of the 90%.
Nah. I feel you. I feel like if you choose the red door, like there's nothing wrong with it. Like you playing it safe, you playing it OD safe, and you getting mad like positive. You know, like you
Right.
literally getting 10 million in front of you
Mhm.
that you may never ever touch that again, or you may never have had the opportunity for that. So I can't blame somebody for picking that.
And it's you already lived your life.
For me though, so I feel like depending who you ask this question, it depends what option, which is the blue door, or the red door. For me, I picked the blue door, right? Yeah, blue door to go back in time and fix mistakes. Only because I feel like if I could go back and do things over, but with tweaks, like not in terms of like changing the past, but more so like changing slight decisions.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about love, and I'm not talking about family. It's more about like education,
Yeah, I could
sports, things
absolutely see
that I
that.
feel like
Mhm.
meant a lot to me.
Mhm.
Then, I feel like if I were to do that all over and change the process, long term, it'll be worth more than the 10 million that I would have. Like if I was given the opportunity for 10 million now.
I could see that.
Like for me, like for example, I love the money, but I don't think I'll let that define if I had a chance to go back in time and actually find something that I was once attached to or loved with. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's how
could
I
see that.
feel.
I just feel like that's it. Like I lived. I'm 24. I lived 24 years. What happened happened already,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure, for sure.
I just have the future ahead of me. So it's just like I'd rather get the money. But then when you, I don't know, you make mistakes, you learn from them.
Oh yeah,
So if you
definitely.
end up learning from it, then you won't make them in the future. So who's to say that I get the 10 million and I make certain mistakes that bring me back to something else than who I am with $10 million?
I mean, $10 million for a lot of people might go faster than some.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not a good thing to give people $10 million.
That's why maybe it's a good thing for you to fix the mistakes
That's
that
what I'm
you
saying.
made. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like for me, it would have put me in a different path right now. And yeah, I think I don't know, but that's looking in hindsight, of course.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we gotta accept things that pass, and like you said, learn from it for sure.
Mhm.
That's just giving a situation A or B kind of thing. So red door, yeah, red door. Fuck it, play it safe. Fuck it.
I don't
Majority of
know.
people will play it safe regardless.
It's because I don't know, like, the kind of mistakes that I've made that will lead me to being, like, six.
No, the red door's the money one.
I know. But then I don't know in terms of my mistakes if I want to
Ah,
reevaluate them. So I'm kind of on the fence. Can I get 5 million and the
nah,
mistakes?
you can't
Oh,
do
dang.
that.
Okay, never mind.
It's not like the thing that you said like a couple months ago with the can I kill 5 people and they get the money to like nah, it's either one or the other.
Nah, you gotta compromise. That's what life is about.
Sometimes,
Yeah, you're right.
sometimes.
Sure.
Have you heard of the metaverse? Want to talk about
No.
it? You want me to teach
Yes.
you something? All right. So Facebook, right? I don't know if you noticed. You still have Facebook?
I do. Is it like the social dilemma thing? Because I was watching something about
Nah, I
that.
don't know what that
No?
is.
Okay.
You still have Facebook though, like an account?
Yeah.
Okay, so like,
Dominican.
but you're not active on it, right?
No.
But do you go on it like every day to like just look?
Kind of,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. That's what
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
more or less.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
see videos and shit. All right.
Yeah, I like to clear my
So when you
notifications.
click the app itself, now I don't think it says Facebook on the bottom. Like before the app opens,
Uh huh.
it would say Meta. So the owner, Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Exactly.
He decided to launch a new concept of like that social platform into something else for the future.
Mhm.
So basically, he's creating a platform where people get to live their lives through simulation.
Okay.
You seen the movie Wally back then?
Yeah. I kind of remember it.
The robotic,
Yeah.
right,
The.
right,
Mhm.
and how they was in a spaceship and shit, and then they was living their life through the camera thingy, the VR thing.
Yeah.
So something like that. You create an avatar, you could create clothes, you could create like you have people now. For example, there was like a guy that he purchased a property in the metaverse next to Snoop Dogg's house in the metaverse for like $300,000,
But
like
is
real
Snoop Dogg
dollars.
in the metaverse or no?
Yeah, he popped in.
Wow.
Justin Bieber had a concert recently in that shit. in the VR shit.
No,
So that's gonna be the future, as in like
definitely.
people. I predict that people are gonna work through the metaverse instead of physically.
That's scary
So
though.
people might, maybe not be in shape, like
Right.
Wally,
Yeah.
not be in shape, not be social talking because you're gonna be talking here. If, for example, you have insecurities or
You could hide behind
you
them.
could hide behind it and create an avatar to what you define it's good for you. So that's gonna take the human element out, like in real life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where we will go outside and we'll be socially awkward. Everyone will be socially awkward because you don't know how to interact with people.
Definitely. So then what is that for like restaurants and all this stuff? Like what does that say for them?
Everybody, it's gonna be consumed through the
Through the
portal.
but then that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't agree
people are
with that.
buying real estate in that, like if it's a real thing, but it's all virtual, but it's real transaction and money.
Is the show called Black Mirror
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they do there's like a episode where there's like a guy, I don't know, he meets another guy.
Talking about the video game episode.
Yeah, and
The
then they
the
go in the game and it's like super real.
yeah, yeah, the haunted, some shit like that.
Something.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
White guy,
that's what
right?
I think about when I think of what you're
Yeah, that
saying right
concept
now.
is crazy. It's new. It came out a couple months ago, relatively new, and it's like it's crazy how like the projection of how life can go, the direction. Um,
That's scary.
yeah, and it's the power of the rich elites. Like they can do that.
Yeah, they can.
Eventually, you're gonna have people that who are not tuned in then, like in the future.
Mhm.
They won't have much access into that. So it's gonna be the same shit. The rich niggas in the metaverse and then the poor niggas in the metaverse, and it's gonna create the same problems we have in society in real life now.
So then what's the point of escaping to the metaverse if we're going to have the same problems in society, the same
Because that's not what
insecurities?
he thinks.
That's crazy though, in my opinion at least.
I speculate that these things will occur, like these problems later
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
But his objective is to give people the freedom to be who they wish they could be, but they never been.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna participate in the metaverse. I need human interaction.
What if like 90% of the population is on that? You're gonna be dolly outside.
I'm gonna be dolly. Remember, my
You're gonna get
word this year
comfortable.
is
You're gonna get
independence.
comfortable with dolly, right?
My word
Copy.
this year is independence. Like, how are you supposed to have, like, I don't know, like, how are you supposed to create families and stuff like that?
Through the
Through
metaverse.
the metaverse? You're gonna have a baby through the metaverse? You're gonna get married through the
Yeah,
metaverse?
that's crazy, right?
That's like being mass fished.
What's that?
Oh, like when it's happened to me a couple times.
Mash fist.
Mask fish.
Mask. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
That's
yes,
like being mass
yes,
fished.
yes.
Like
I'll
I
be seeing
see you and I'm like,
coworkers.
oh snap, like it's your
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
and it's not cute.
Okay, let's talk about that. I wasn't gonna talk about that, but let's talk about that real quick. Masked fished. I never heard that word, but it makes sense. All right. So definitely, like you see people like guys or girls, and their face, like from the nose down, it doesn't match what your mind envisions for their like
Yeah,
what their face could look like. You know what
that's
I'm
so
saying?
real.
And before we never had to deal with that, so our mind would just be like, "That's what you got."
Imagine the metaverse.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Imagine that, cause it's like, and then it's like, wow, that's crazy. You know when Drake says, "I'm a reflection of all your insecurities."
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
a
don't know. I don't
reflection of all
know.
your
I'm
insecurities.
just correlating the two, cause then like in the metaverse they could create a whole new person,
Yeah,
and they're like, wow. I don't know.
that shit creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy being mass fish too. Cause if you saw my face and I make sure you saw my face and you ugly, you didn't tell me. That's crazy. Twice it happened to me. I think I'm the problem.
What, somebody thought what?
Yo, I went on a date and everything. We out. He takes his mask off and I'm like,
Oh, you felt like that.
yeah.
Like you felt like he looked better what you
With the
expected
mask on.
with the expectations that if he took his mask off, it would be
Yeah.
whatever you envisioned.
Mhm.
Oh.
And then like you know how certain people like they take pictures with their phone like
Covering their
their
face on a selfie of
Yeah,
pose.
so I'm like I'm not thinking much of it, but I think it's a red flag if you covering your face. taking a selfie is a red flag.
Really?
I think so. Cause why do you have to cover your face?
You don't think it's positioning?
No. A normal person would take a picture of
It
their
can
face and
happen
their
though
body.
sometimes.
It could happen. Like certain people like taking certain pictures like that. But if every single
Oh,
picture,
every, yeah. At
I
that
don't
point,
see your
yeah.
face
Yeah. Well, every picture's a selfie, but not a body pic.
or a car or something else, like I should have known that was a red flag. But the term wasn't really, it
Damn.
didn't come about yet.
Wow.
That's why usually like I'll get people's I don't like giving out my number. I'll ask for I know we're going off tangent, but I'll ask for Instagram. Unfortunately, because I want to see your face, I want to see what it, and then I'll decide if I want to give you my number
Would
or
you
not.
prefer a guy ask you for what? Instagram, well, social media, or phone number? Or for
It depends.
also it depends.
It depends. If I've seen your face before, like like a whole thing, like
Yeah.
we've hung out, I've seen your face. Okay, you can have my number. But if I haven't seen your face, we're going to Instagram first.
So you feel like a number is more personal?
A number is more personal, yeah. Cause a number I could like you could call somebody on Instagram and FaceTime them, but I feel like a number is something like more direct. Cause you could always log off of Instagram.
Mm.
And a number, I don't know, your number's attached to a lot of things,
Like what?
like for your cards. Not to say that.
So you
but
saying
just
niggas?
in the general purpose.
You say you can't give your numbers out because people gonna scam you?
No, I don't think anybody's gonna scam me. I just think, I don't know. A number is definitely more personal. Your grandparents have your number, not your Instagram.
True.
So I feel like just that alone. And I feel like a number is more like I could find you there. Or I could track you down with something. Because I have your number. I could Google your number and I could find out. Yeah, I'm doing the most right now. But I could Google your number and find out who you are, you know?
Think so?
Yeah, you definitely can.
So you done that?
Mind your business over. I haven't done that to a guy, but I've done that. Because, you know, females be...
So same thing too. If you ask for a guy's number, it depends. I mean, if you ask for something for a guy, it depends. Like you said, like if you kind of know them, and I'm determined whether you're gonna ask for like a social media or like your phone number.
Yeah. The other day I went out. I went to Salsa con Fuego. I need to stop going there because the bouncer knows me. But I went to Salsa con Fuego and some guy was like, "Oh, can I have your number?" I was like, "No."
How he asked you for socials, you would have gave it to him.
I said, "You can have my Instagram." He's like, "Why I can't have your number?" I was like, "That's OD."
So you just dubbed it.
I dubbed it. I gave him my Instagram because I could also choose not to follow you.
Did he follow you?
He did. I followed him.
Did he reach out to you?
No, you see, I would have gave him my number. Had a waste of storage.
Oh, I got a question for you. All right. If a guy asks for your social media, let's say IG, for example, right? Are you expecting him to DM you? I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's say you out somewhere, like Sosa con Fuego or whatever, right? Like that type of setting. Sorry. So, my guy, you know, he might see some interest in you. He might, oh, you cute. Da, 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 da. Let me get, you know, he's talking to you a little bit, but not too much, but a little bit, right? Like surface level. He asks you for IG. Are you expecting him after the night ends, like, you know, y'all go your separate ways or whatever, the day passes? Are you expecting him to hit you up? Really?
Not at all. Not at all.
Why you say that?
Because the same reason I would do it for. Because it's not that personal. I feel like if you give me your IG, then either it goes maybe like a couple different ways. One, either your phone number's not working. Two, you're not fucking with me like that. And you just want to give me your IG so I could just be another one of your followers. Or it could be you don't have to hit me up right away, but most like you might hit me up later on.
I feel like for the most part, when like something like an IG gets asked, it's for like a DM to happen within like 72 hours.
You think so?
Yeah, like within 3 days. There's like sometimes like if there's that interest from the guy, like for example, getting the IG from the woman. Yeah, like why would you just get her IG to not follow through? Like I'm just asking because like aren't girls thinking that like, oh, he might hit me up?
feel like most girls think that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there a thing such as too soon DMing someone after getting the IG?
No,
Really?
no. Why would it be too soon? We exchanging IGs like it's like for what you say. You showed interest, so that's the source that you chose to try to reach out to me. I don't think it's too soon.
Same thing with texting. It's not too soon. If there's a number involved, for example, exchanged.
No. Mm-mm. If it was
Really?
no, if it's a mutual exchange, it's never too soon. Let's say like the night goes and you find my information, or we met through mutual other people and you find my information. The matter of it too soon or too late is it comes into play. Cause let's say I go out with you, right? You have a friend that looks, but we never exchanged anything, or we never got to exchange anything. But you end up giving him my information. If he hits me up a week later, I'm gonna be like, why are you hitting me up a week later?
So you prefer that person to hit you up sooner?
Yeah. Cause then it's like,
Ah.
why now all of a sudden? Like I met you last week. Like I don't know why now you're hitting me up,
Yo, low key, I think like
or why you didn't try to do it
I feel
yourself.
like a week is a long time in regards to like dating.
Mm,
Let me give you an example.
mm-hmm.
You go out, let's say on a date on a Friday, for example. If you don't follow through, next Friday, like he or she could have another date.
That's
You could be forgotten already.
that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like a week, like it's like that's what I mean by it's fast in dating.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see that.
So you gotta really,
You gotta get on it like that.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I asked you. Like, is like if it's too early, if it's too late, like you said, it matters.
It does matter. It does matter, depending on where and when and how it matters. But if like we both agree to give each other our Instagrams, then I feel like it don't really matter that much. Cause
Yeah.
it didn't really matter that much. Cause you, if it did, then you would take my number.
Okay.
Point is,
That's interesting though. I always thought about that. Like I be speaking about that with my friends and stuff. You
yeah.
know. Um.
Also, please look at guys' faces. They might be missing a teeth,
Yeah.
a
Notice that.
tooth.
Like y'all be analyzing.
Hell yeah. They might have like this huge gap. It's just don't do it. Don't be me. I learned my lesson real good.
um. You don't watch movies still, right? You should try that this year. That should be one of your resolutions this year.
I
Watch more
actually went to see
movies.
Spider Man.
When did you see it?
Doesn't matter. I
Yeah, it
went
does
to
matter.
see
It does matter.
it. I saw it last week.
You late, nigga.
No, but I saw it and I went to the movie theater.
You liked it?
It was really good.
Have you kept up, or did you saw it just to watch it?
Well, I was invited to go, so I was like,
Like on a date,
yeah,
on the first date?
something. I don't know. I guess
No, was it or no? Because I'm gonna ask a question. Was it or no?
it was kind of. I don't know, cause I hung out with the person before. I hung out, so I hung out with them around like I went out for my birthday, so I hung out with that person around my birthday, and then I just spontaneously just brought something up. I was like, "What's up? You busy? Let's go somewhere." And then
You brought that up,
yeah,
so you showing interest.
I'm a go getter. So yeah, I showed. I guess I showed interest, and then him and I went somewhere and we hung out. But then the second time around, when we went to the movies,
Okay, so my
it was his
question is,
idea.
I mean, I fuck with the movies personally, but I feel like the older I've gotten, I've realized that like that can't really be
The
like
date?
around the first dates,
Mm, okay.
because as you get older, you want to have more
Like
a date where you could actually conversate more. I
yeah.
mean, converse more
Mhm.
and talk more. You know,
Yeah. It was cool.
I like movies though. Like I said,
I don't like movies, so I told him that afterward because I didn't want him to feel like no. I don't know. Very like I don't want anybody to feel no type of way. So I told him afterward. But he made the move. It was pretty cool watching the movie with him. Cause you know how most people be, especially a Marvel movie, they don't talk to me, don't touch
he was talking to
me.
you.
Yeah, he was talking to me. I was talking to him. It was cool, like you know.
Nah,
You see?
respectfully, I might not even talk. I'm watching.
Nah, we was talking during
Yeah,
the
I'll be
movie
hooked to
and
that shit.
laughing and like,
All right.
other stuff. Like little comments like, "Oh, snap, you saw that?" or whatever. But it was nothing like we wasn't holding a conversation. But we were talking. And like the drive over there, we were talking. The drive back home, we were talking. So it wasn't that bad.
You fucked to the movies, all right?
Yeah, it was a good movie. You didn't like it? You
I
liked
love
it?
the movie.
It was so good. I
Yeah,
was so surprised. I like Marvel movies though.
that's why I loved it. Like I'm always, and then Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters. So
Did you watch? Do you watch the end credits, or are you one of the
I
people?
always watch the end credits.
Yeah, I always do, but he didn't want to watch it, so I was just like, okay.
Really?
He was like, we don't gotta watch it.
That's not a red flag.
So I played along, nah, a little bit. So I played along, and I was like, okay, we could go, and we just left. I'm texting my friend. I'm like, what were the ending credits? I didn't get to see it. What happened? But yeah, I'll take it. Like it was.
So you don't. So I know you mentioned you like shows over movies. That means you don't go to movies a lot either.
No, that was my first time going to the movies in like all of 2020. I did not go to the movies. I feel like most people when it opened up was like dying to go back. I didn't go back. Um, I think 2020 I didn't go. 2021 I didn't go.
So it's not something that you like. Oh, I want to do this. I want to go to the
Yeah,
movies. Really,
I would not be like I would not initiate a movie outing.
really.
Yeah.
I feel like movies are important though.
Why?
You
They
could
all
bond.
end.
You could bond the movies.
What you mean? You could bond
You
with
could
the
bond with the
movie?
person and with the movie.
It is kind of like a building a memory though, in a way. I could see that, but I don't like movies. It shows for me.
You like short?
Yeah, and I like to be able to like skip over stuff.
Oh nah. You
Like
gotta watch it.
during Spider-Man, there was like a scene where it was really intense. I don't want to say anything because you never know. People might
Nah,
be like
you could say it.
me.
You could say it. You could
All
say it.
right.
Yeah,
So
it's been too long.
in
It's
the
been too
end, where
long.
the three of them were fighting, there was one point when our like the Spider-Man of the movie was like almost like getting beat up. I did not want to see that. I don't like seeing that part, so I just like put my jacket over. And he was like, "Oh my god, you're so scared." I'm like, I'm not scared. I just don't want to see it. Usually, I skip through this part if I'm watching it by myself.
Why?
You said why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like suspense like that.
You don't like suspense?
Nah, cut to the chase. Even with relationships, cut to the chase. What are we waiting for right now?
There's another movie, but there is a movie I want to recommend you though, for real, for real.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's called Don't Look Up. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill,
And
Jennifer Lawrence.
yeah, I started watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so now you was watching movies.
I watch it, but it's like I don't like. It's not like something that I started.
Are you
to
gonna watch it
finish
though?
Yeah, because
Did it
I
look
like
interesting to you?
Yeah, it looks
Okay, so yeah, keep watching it.
I will.
I recommend it to everyone to watch that movie. I feel like it gives you thought. It's like a parody. It's like a joke of a movie,
But
but it's like it makes sense.
mhm.
It makes sense. So I feel like it ties into like a lot of things that we dealing with in society right now. Again, I recommend it. I don't know if I really want to get into it. Actually, when you finish watching it, we'll have a deep dive on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that.
I'll watch it by next week.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you some things, and I just want you to tell me if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
And then if you disagree, then you could give me a reason as to why you disagree. All right.
Okay.
All
Kind
right.
of nervous.
These are stages of love, I guess I would say, or not love, not love. Stages of relationships.
Okay.
All right. Talking, right? Talking. We've exchanged numbers, do things on a friendship level, and maybe even have sex. Testing waters to see if it's a growing interest. Do you agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Okay, why you disagree?
Because that's when the water starts to shadow, like get like, foggy and like your vision starts. Like, what we doing? We just talking. We wasting each other's time.
So what's talking to you?
Talking is.
Or does talking exist?
No, right now, no, in my world at least, but it has before. Talking is like we texting each other. We not nothing serious, and we doing stuff that you would do in a relationship, but not really in a relationship. Like we getting to know each other, but we kind of know each other already. It's like that awkward in between stage before you figure out where it's going, and I don't like it. I disagree.
You think that's the worst stage to be in?
Yeah, because you could get stuck there for a long time.
Have you gotten stuck there for a long time?
Nah, not I. Not I. Not I. Not
Why
I.
you haven't let it happen?
Yeah, I haven't let it happen.
So you
In a
disagree?
very long time. In the past, I've let it happen, but right now, no.
Yeah, I feel like the older you get, like it just doesn't make sense
No,
with
it
time, you
doesn't.
know?
Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
That's like creating a relationship that is like not meant to last.
yeah.
Just you by talking to somebody. Like, we're not gonna sit here and talk all day. Good morning. What you doing? Did you eat? This, that. Like, is you my nigga or no? Because if you not, don't ask me.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, so you disagree.
Disagree.
Dating. We are spending time together doing various activities, such as movies, bowling, concerts, dinners, etc. As friends, with a mutual interest in each other, but we are still allowed to talk to other people. Do you think that's what dating is?
I think that's what dating is.
Do
I
you
agree
do
with
you, do
that.
you like dating?
I like dating
Really?
because I feel like it's more established. Like, you got your options. Y'all both know what's up. And I feel like when you're dating someone, you don't necessarily have to be talking to them all the time. It's just like, hey, what's up? What you doing? You want to come out with me? I want to
What
take
if
you
the
out.
other person?
Likes you? Damn. You making me seem like a cuero today.
What the fuck? How? I'm not. I'm just asking you. What's
um,
your thoughts?
my thoughts on what if the other person likes you?
Yeah.
Then I think if you're dating, then that should be made known. Because then it goes to exclusive dating. Like, we just dating each other.
Okay. So question.
What's the difference between talking and dating?
No, cause that's
Oh,
next. That's next.
okay.
Do you prefer dating or dating exclusively?
I don't know. I would say dating,
Cause you done both, right? You was saying.
yeah.
Okay.
I would say dating, just in general. Not exclusively, because exclusively is like more of a tied down thing. Like, you can't date someone else, I can't date someone else, so it's like we're stuck. So we're just basically, we should just be exclusive. But dating is like, it doesn't give it so much pressure than dating exclusively. I feel like just dating is like, okay, it's more easygoing. You don't gotta think about much
Until it changes.
until it changes. But since if you dated enough, then you would know if you wanted to change, at least.
The next one is dating exclusively. We are dating, however, we have cut off all other people we are interested in to focus on us getting to know each other better. Do you agree or disagree?
Mm,
Exclusively dating each other, um, really
then
focusing on each other to to know each other better. What do you think?
doesn't that make you like girlfriend and boyfriend or no?
Okay, so this is relationship, but you tell me. You tell me. Relationship.
Mhm.
We have made a mutual agreement to become a couple. It's you and me. Do you think that's different than dating exclusively?
Yeah. No. It's the same thing. My bad. No, it's the same thing.
You think it's the same thing?
Yeah, cause you can't date nobody else. So, what's the like? What is it?
I think the pace is different though.
Hmm. Can't you just cut it off when you want to? No. If you're dating exclusively, you just can't just cut ties when you want to. So it's the same thing as a relationship.
I think it's slower though. You could take your time with things.
You could take your time in your relationship. Your boyfriend and
True.
girlfriend.
True.
Y'all end up dating. Y'all not dating nobody else. You dating exclusively.
I also don't think there's a right and wrong when it comes to like pacing relationships. as long as both people are on the same page.
Mhm.
So some people they click quicker, some people
Yeah.
take longer, depending on things they got in their own life and whatnot.
That's why I feel like it's the same thing.
Okay.
Depending on communication.
What's the difference between engaged and marriage to you? Actually, before you answer that, what's the difference between relationship and engaged?
Okay, relationship is something you can have with everyone.
What do you mean?
If you're in a relationship, that means, are we saying boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. Then technically, when you file your taxes, what do you file under?
Still single.
Exactly.
Technically.
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 Emotionally.
Nah, emotionally you two together.
Emotionally, you together. But
Physically you separate. You
you
single.
separate. You're
Yeah.
not a thing. So that's that, right? If you are engaged, you are still technically single because there's no
Really?
in my eyes, because there's no engaged thing to filing stuff. Because when somebody, you're either married or you're single.
Yeah.
It's either or.
Yeah.
Technically, you're still in my eyes single, but I see it as you tied down in a way.
It's commitment.
There's more commitment to that. It holds a lot more weight to that because somebody told you that they want to be with you for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So that holds a lot more weight.
That's heavy.
That's very much so
That's
heavy.
that's like damn.
I think that's more heavy than even being married.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because being married, you already know what's expected. Like, we're going to be together forever. But getting engaged is like, or when somebody gives you that question, is like, I know and I'm for certain. Like, that's that, are you certain period?
It's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie.
That's very.
Your marriage is scary. Like getting into that.
That's that, like, that's why I say it's like the scariest part. So it's more of a commitment thing. Because when you're scared, you either fight it out or you run. So I feel like when you're engaged, it's like the most, I think it's the biggest part. Because when you're married, you're expected to stay together. It's like they say, like, sickness or poor, this and that. That's what's expected of you. That's a thing. But when you're engaged, it's like, I'm making the decision to marry you, to go through that. I'm making that commitment. That's crazy. That's a big commitment. That's that point where you start thinking about it, like,
What? All right. Well, do you see yourself being married in the future?
do you see yourself being married in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm,
Sooner
okay.
than later, but yeah. Not
Sooner
too
than
soon,
later?
but sooner than later.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Ideally.
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 Okay,
Like within 10 years, maybe less. I should be married.
okay.
Damn, that's fake right there.
That is. You blink your eyes and it's like, boom, 10 years. Wow. He said
Yo.
married.
Yeah.
My morals and growing up, and like, my parents are both married. Like, I've seen it my whole life. Like, they've always been, like, there wasn't never a doubt of like, oh, my parents are gonna get.
Divorce or whatever.
Yeah, they've just always been
So
married.
that gives you a whole different perspective than a
It
lot of
gives me
people
a
that
whole
don't have
different
that.
perspective.
Yeah.
But also, like, seeing the things done in marriage.
And what or how you gotta forgive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the ugly, I gotta really stay with you after you just said that to me. Like, I really gotta wake up next to you. I really gotta take care of you. I'm not trying to,
No, yeah. I get it though.
but I don't know. I see I want a wedding. I don't know if I want, like, a marriage.
You want a wedding?
I want a wedding.
So you want to get married?
No, I just want the party. I heard you make a lot of money off of it.
So you don't want to get married?
Mm, I don't know.
Have you thought about it?
I have,
Okay.
and like, I'll try to picture myself, but I can't. Maybe it's just, space that I'm in my life at the moment, but I can't. I can't. I don't think I could do it. I don't think so. You think you could do it? Yeah. You said yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like
I could see myself living with
as a
someone.
man, it's just a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of
I
pressure.
feel like it's a lot of pressure because like ultimately you're the one that got to propose. That's already a big pressure on it in
You're the one who
itself.
has to make the
So
decision.
you have to, when you make the decision, you have to be certain,
That's
and
a
there's always gonna be a doubt in the back of your mind somehow, even if you're certain.
that's a big certainty.
Right. Then after that, you have to acknowledge that most likely there's gonna be good and bad and very bad things in the marriage, right? If things are bad continuously and y'all separate, y'all get divorced, as a man, like you got a lot to lose compared to the woman.
We talked about this prior to starting one of our old podcasts, remember?
Yeah, like you know,
But I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Because as a woman, let's say you're the one with, like, y'all have kids together, who always ends up staying with the kids?
I don't think that's always by choice though.
Who always ends up staying with the kids?
I don't think it's always like that though.
You
No,
don't think so?
I'm saying like yeah, like most of the time women stay with the kids, but I don't think it's always like men want it to always be the woman that stay with the kids. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I could see
Like
that.
sometimes women just don't want the kids to be with their dad,
I could see that.
or they feel like they take it, they can nurture or take care better of the kids because they nurtures than a man.
Well, let's just disregard that because I don't feel like staying with the kids is a loss, anyways, because it's your kids. Like, at the end of the day, in a way. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I just feel like marriage is like as much as it's love and intertwining our lives and making it one, making every decision as one and thinking as one. It's also again is a partnership, is a business.
It's a business.
Like if you buy a house, you buying it
It's an
together
exchange.
with both credits and both incomes combined.
And once you do
If
that,
you
you gotta
buying
file your
assets, if you buying
taxes
property,
together.
that's what I'm saying. You gotta get one fucking account, credit card account, debit card account, and you gotta share your, like low key. I don't even fucking with that.
No.
Like look at it like this. Like I would rather have like I don't mind having a joint account, but I also want to have my own shit.
As you should. As everyone should.
But not, you think everybody does that though? You think your dad has his own account? And you might, yeah.
I know they do. I know they do.
Alright. And they also have together.
Yeah, I know they do. Oh, yeah, definitely.
You think most of the money's probably the together shit too, right?
Mm, probably. But I
It
know
makes
for
the
sure
most
they
sense.
own have their own accounts. And they know it with each other too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think I could put everything like together.
It's like, think about it. Like, you gotta be so truthful with a person because you sleep with them every
That's
single
what I'm
day.
saying.
It's like, locals. If
That
you wanna, yo, it's like that person knows everything about you. They know that you snore at night. They know the time you wake up. They know that you do this, you do
they know how many
that.
times you get up to
They
pee in the
know,
night.
yeah.
They
That's
know
like,
they know what time you get home. Around, so if you miss that mark, it's like what you was doing.
something's wrong, something's up.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But I don't even want to. I'm scared. I'm scared. But I think that's
But I think
what
that's
creates.
that's part of life though. I guess that's part of the journey to like get married.
But then there's also that when you're. I feel like when you're married, it's a bond that is like so like that it shouldn't be taken apart off of anything at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, little things shouldn't take it apart. And I think that part of marriage I appreciate. Like, that's your lifetime best friend, and nobody could take that person from you.
Yeah.
Cause shit happens even with your regular best friend.
That's facts.
So that's your best friend that you can never, like, y'all sticking it through for real, for real. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I do want to get married.
What's a good amount of time between engagement and marriage? You as a woman.
It's
I think over 5 years is too much.
over 5. Yeah, over 5 is too
Like if you
much.
engage and you wait more than 5 years to get married,
Over
that's
5 is
OD.
too much. I think that over 5 is way too much.
For me, it's 2 to 3. I think that's perfect.
I think that's
You
fine.
could like get financially ready for it. You
Yeah.
could send the invitations like years ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Find the right
Yeah.
location, the right amount of
It gives
people
you
that are,
enough time to get y'all stuff together and
yeah,
also to see like
that y'all gonna go through with it.
yeah. Mhm.
That's like a trial period.
Make a break.
Yeah, it's like a trial period before actually
Mhm.
100%. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I also think too, if a guy gets on his knees and he asks for marriage and she says no, I think the relationship is over though.
Yeah, it's no point.
Yeah, cause you dead as you done my shit.
Nah.
Like, what
Nah,
else?
it's no it's
What
really
else?
no point in my eyes. It's no
Yeah.
point of you literally it's no point. No point. Like and then what made you think that I was ready to get married with you? So then your own character goes into play in your head. Like, what made me think that she would say yes? And then it's the fact
So
that,
you figure to have these convos a little prior though,
yeah.
like months before you actually want to do it.
But I think that's why they asked the guy to ask, like, a parent.
Like the significant other's parent.
Yeah.
What are they gonna
Because your
ask?
parents know everything about you. Think about it. Your mom, like, your mom, your parents know if you're cheating on the other person in a way.
I'm weak.
Is it yes or, like,
I
for
don't know. I don't
real?
know.
I feel like yes, like they know if you're not really digging the person, they know because they know you. Who doesn't know you but your parent? That's the person who knows you the most. So I feel like that's a good way to ask somebody. Because my dad knows if I'm digging somebody, even my mom, if I'm really like
They
messing
told you
with
that.
some. Yeah, of course they know. They know, and your parent knows what's best for you at the end of the day. In some aspects, but I would say in a because they see your interaction. Do they see that the interaction is like, um, is my daughter getting her personality getting worse in a way? Is her like is she changing not for the better but for the worse? Is she being different? Is she pushing people away? Like they see that. Is she hanging out with the same people she used to hang out with, or is she hanging out with different people that she's never even brought me around, or she doesn't think that they should be around me? It's real intense. The whole topic is too intense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you think about like that's the person they know when your moods change. They know when you're younger when you're about to um have a temper tantrum. So imagine when you're older, they know when you're like not being yourself or not acting like yourself or something switched off or something switched on. So I feel like if you I don't know. If that parent says no, just no, don't do it cuz they know.
But what are they hating?
Tough call. Tough call.
But yeah, I feel like you can kind of have the conversation with your partner like months before, like not asking them, but getting an idea of of how they
Of how
feel
they feel, yeah.
within the relationship
Mhm.
itself. Like, oh, like, do you see yourself getting married in the future with me?
Mhm.
And then you could kind of like assess and like
Build
figure out like, oh,
something.
should I do it or not?
Mhm.
But yeah, we both can agree that like if a person says no,
No, it's not working out.
it's not gonna be there. Yeah,
No.
because what are you really doing at that point? You wasting your time.
Yeah.
Like, how do you look like having to ask again?
Well, you already did
Like,
this
I should
whole.
have just asked
You
you.
did a whole shebang
I
already.
should have asked you once. Fuck you talking about me asking you twice.
You did a whole shebang. You set up a whole thing,
I was
flowers,
mad
everything.
vulnerable for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's beastie.
You said no. It takes a lot to say no too. I think it's easier to say yes than to say no
In that situation,
in any situation because a lot of people are yes men and they wouldn't want to hurt your feelings in front of a whole bunch of other people or like hurt your feelings in general. So they're just gonna say yeah. But if you say no, take that and take it. with like 5 grains of salt and keep it pushing. In a whole restaurant, you say no. Yo,
You're not going
she
to that
really
restaurant no more.
no, and she really is a really no for her. Cause to say that in front of other people is really a no.
Where at that point, I don't even care for the reasoning.
I don't care either. I don't want to know. It's really a no. I don't know. That's just me.
Yo, that shit's crazy.
I'm scared.
Um, Name one thing that makes you ghost a man.
One?
I mean, you want to say more? It's fine. You can start
Nah,
with
I
one
don't
though.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like,
What's a thing or an action or something or like men have or do that would be like, yeah, I gotta ghost this nigga.
mm, that's crazy. Maybe somebody who talks to me all day. Cause what is you doing all day?
Really?
Yeah. Not like we could talk all day, but like every single minute, that's OD. What you doing?
What about if there's
What
a
you doing?
guy? Whatever, there's a guy. Actually, continue. I'll go after.
No, it somebody, and I feel like it shows like you're not doing nothing with your 24 hours or your 24/7.
For me, if the same question was for like a woman to ghost a woman, I would say if I was in a circumstance or whatever, um, if there's a woman that constantly talks about gossip every time I meet up with her,
For real?
yeah, like
Why?
I don't care about it. Like I don't like I don't care about the gossip
Mm.
to that point where if every conversation we have is gossip and nothing interesting
About other people?
about other people,
Yikes.
yeah, it's like nah, you wild.
No substance in
There's no
conversation.
substance. Like what am I learning from you? Like I want to know about you, not about other people.
Mhm.
You're not even learning about me if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Cause you're just talking to me about other people.
That's fun. Like
No.
it's fun. I guess it's fun, but is it fun? Like
It's
really?
not fun at all.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
Don't you want to know somebody who you with? Like, I don't know. Talking about other people you do.
Yeah, I'm a person like for someone like men or women, like for someone to like get me talking a lot or like get to know me, like you just talk to me about like random shit, like
Mhm.
interesting random shit.
Random conversations.
Give me something like, oh, did you know that they discovered another planet in the solar system? Like some
Okay.
random
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and now that I like entertain the convo.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you heard about this nigga drop? Oh, you heard about those kicks?
Mhm. I will definitely ghost you too if we don't got a vibe going. Like that same, like kind of sort of in the same. Like if I can't just sit here and have a conversation with you about exactly random shit, or like we can't just spontaneously come up with a conversation. Like if I'm talking to you and I feel like I'm pulling teeth, then it's over.
Pulling teeth.
Like I'm trying to get a conversation out of you,
Mm.
or I'm trying to have something like work. I don't want to try to do anything. Like it should just flow naturally. If it's not natural, I don't want it. That's why I feel like if you texting me every minute of the day, it's not natural.
Would you prefer, or not really prefer, but what's words you would say? A guy that talks less, or a guy that talks more? Like he over talks, or a guy that under talks. What's more annoying, or what's more frustrating? You would say.
Mm, a guy who talks less
Really?
because you just never know. Like you don't know what he's thinking.
That's what I be saying. Niggas got yo that ass. Niggas
Speak
gotta
up.
talk.
Speak up for
Niggas gotta
real.
talk. But you can't be with that quiet shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
If you over talk, then oh my god, this nigga talk a lot. But at least I know the type of nigga he is. Like I know his favorite color is blue, and that his mom went to Texas, and
I'm
this
fucking
and that.
weak.
Like at least I know the type of cat I'm with. If you don't talk
And,
at
and you could
all,
and you could always tune out.
exactly. That's so true. You always do that.
You'd be like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like you could just
But a nigga that don't talk is like, yo, what's in your mind, my nigga?
yeah. Like
What's
what are
your
you
opinion on
thinking right
this?
now? Like are you thinking about blowing something up, or
What's
you
your
thinking
opinion
about
on this? Like, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
can't vibe with that. But then I feel like with guys they're too scared sometimes to even talk up or speak up about shit. They try to play cool. For real.
Um, when do you know it's time to end the relationship?
I don't know.
You say you don't know.
No. I've never ended a relation.
So what you trying to say that the relationship got ended to someone else for you?
Mm, I gotta end. Maybe when you're not sure, like for some reason you're not sure, because I'm a very indecisive person. So once I start feeling indecisive about what we got going on, it's time to end it.
But do you end it though, or do
Uh,
you try to hold on to it
I
and let
try
the
to
other
hold
person
on
make the
to it.
decision?
I
Yeah.
try to hold on to as much as possible. But you're gonna know that I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Not like me doing stuff consciously, but like subconsciously, you're gonna know.
I feel like to know when it's time to end it is when like things starts to feel like a drag.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't effortlessly like happen.
Mhm.
Um, everything becomes
A thing.
irritable.
A thing. Mhm.
Everything bothers you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's like some of the times you should like, oh yeah, it's clip, it's clippity clip.
It's OD good.
Next question. So for you as a woman, what do you how do you take when a guy says, I got a lot going on? What does that mean to you?
What you got going on?
That's it.
What you got going on? What's a lot going on? What's bothering?
Like
What's
a nigga's trying to fuck with you. Y'all do some things like minimum. Well, y'all do some
is
things,
he
but
trying to
it's
ghost me or is he trying to
he's trying to.
back away? He's trying to dump me in a way.
Nah, nah.
You see?
He's trying to.
That's what goes through my
He's trying
head.
to. He's trying to take a foot out real quick, and he's like, I got a lot going on. How do you take that as like? Do you take that as like, oh, this nigga Loki probably got another girl? Does this nigga Loki have another kid? Does he not like me?
I'm not gonna lie, that shit gonna put you into a spiral of thoughts.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But
Cause it's,
what would you say is the most common one that like resonates with you when someone says that?
you know,
Do you believe them that they actually got a lot going on though?
no, everybody got a lot going on.
But that's how I feel. But y'all girls love using those things too. Y'all like saying, "Oh, I got a boyfriend," or I'm dealing with a lot. I'm going to school," or some bullshit. I'm working or whatever.
That's true. But I don't know. I feel like everybody got a lot going on. If you can't tell me what's a lot going on, then I feel like you trying to dub me. But if you could be like, I got a lot going on, this and this and this, then okay, you got a lot going on. But if you're not telling me, then you're trying to dub me. Because everybody got a lot going on.
So someone tells you they got a lot going on because X, Y, and Z. How long are you willing to wait? They feel like, nah, I ain't waiting for this person no more.
Mm, damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it's like, now do you wait for a potential, like, maybe we work out? Or, like, do you be like, nah, like, I could have met someone else already that could have been, like, consistent in there already?
No, I think if you're like, mm, if you build something with somebody and they tell you they got a lot going on, then just trust and believe that is that. And they tell you X, Y, and Z, then trust and believe that is that. Stick it out, see what happens. If it does, you're gonna end up knowing if it's one thing or the other. I feel you're gonna get that instinct or that gut feeling, like okay, something's up or something's not up. Cause you see when people switch from a lot going on to not much going on, or you see the switch when it's like, okay, I saw you out the other day. Do you really have a lot going on? Or I saw you doing this. Is it really a lot? It's a big difference. What do you think if somebody tells you they got a lot going on?
I try to be understandable, but I think half of it be capped though.
You think so?
Yeah, cause it's like you said, everybody got shit they gotta go through.
Mhm.
Nobody's perfect. Like everybody got shit they're gonna go through. Me already putting myself out there is already a sacrifice of
Enough.
an investment in myself. Like
Yeah, that's true.
where I could have applied energy or commitment in other areas in my life.
That's very true. But you're right. Everybody does have a lot going on. So I feel like it's an excuse, but it's excusable in different situations.
Definitely, definitely. Transition real quick. You in the health industry.
Oof.
How's the COVID cases right now?
It's doing better. It's doing a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 weeks of December and the first week was pretty crazy because it's
Like
like
intense?
intense. It was very stressful and very nerve wracking because it's like everybody around you. Like this person caught it. I was just eating lunch with them yesterday.
Oh really? Shit like that?
Shit like that. Or like this person, I just gave him a hug the other day.
No hugs out here.
Now that's it. We pounding it. It's over.
I hear you though. I hear you.
But it's like that. Like you turn around and this person got it, and this person this, and this person, and it's just like so fast.
Yeah.
And then it's worse because then your workload starts going crazy. Cause like now I'm like probably the last week of December, that 31st kind of week, I probably worked by myself in between two clinics.
Wow.
Maybe for like an hour or two, but still, like that says a lot. Versus there being at least two people in every clinic. I have four on my floor. So at least two people in every clinic. I work by myself between one clinic and the other clinic.
That's tough.
It's tough. It is very nerve wracking too. And I feel like in 2020, a lot of us were home
Yeah.
and like in a bubble.
Yeah.
Like once we heard and once they said quarantine, then everybody was home. So at least you felt safe, like you know.
It's more containable.
Yeah, but this time around, everybody's still going out, still doing this, still doing that. So it's a little more
And
scary.
then now there's different vaccination. Like some people are fully vaccinated, some
Some
people
people
are
are
half,
not.
some people are
Mhm.
none. Yeah. Anyways, though, is that gonna affect any of your travels this year?
Hell no. Hell no. It didn't affect it in 2020, except
There,
for
there.
one trip, but no, of
How
course
many
not.
how many trips you plan for this year?
Mhm. So far, I have one planned officially.
When? 1 month.
March. In March. Um,
How long? Like a week?
um, maybe like Thursday to Tuesday or Thursday to Monday. Not long. I don't
Four
feel
to
like I
five
go
days.
out for yeah, but definitely it's not stopping my travels. I like traveling a lot.
Who doesn't?
Right.
Yo,
You're
that's
right.
what I be saying. Like, yo, when people don't got their passwords, like y'all niggas is wild.
Nah, yeah. If you don't
You
got your
gotta
passport
get your shit stamped.
and you watching this right now,
Yeah,
get your shit
man.
together.
You gotta expand, like
That's
you said.
weird.
Yeah, you gotta
I
try
can't date a
something
nigga
different.
that don't got a passport or a license. Ooh. Or a license.
Wow.
Not for real though.
A license?
Or a
Why
license.
you say that?
Cause I drive.
So in case you don't want to drive, he gotta hold it down.
So I'm driving the both of us around.
What if you don't got a car? Even if you got a license, is alright.
Nah, if you got a license, it's alright. You know how to drive.
Cause the kids in emergency, or y'all want to
Of course.
switch real quick. You want to take a
Of
rest.
course. Of course.
Take a road trip. Maybe he
Yeah.
takes a
I
turn.
won't fault you for. We live in New York. I don't fault you for not having a car.
But a license, you have to
That's
have
an
it.
extra expense. But a license, I feel like that's a right of way. Everyone should have a license.
Yeah, man, get your licenses, get your
Your
passports,
license and your passport.
get your
Your
shit,
passport,
get
you
your shit
never
stamped.
know. You just never know. You just need it.
Yeah,
And I still have family in DR too, so it's like I take that into consideration. Like, damn, I gotta go to DR, but you gotta stay here because you don't got a passport. That's crazy.
I don't like Like there's still like many cities that I want to explore in like the United States, but I feel like traveling overseas is different. Like international,
I love
I
international.
prefer international.
Mhm. But I feel like there's a but coming. Is there a but? No.
Nah, I'ma hold on in the butt. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I love traveling international.
I love traveling
Like
internationally
new
too.
countries is wavy, new customs, new languages.
Everything.
Yeah, the food, the culture, the weather.
You know what it is to. I'm not even trying to be like egotistical or like unhumble or anything, but like I've been here before to a different country. That's that's so cool and so dope. It's like a privilege to say that. Like not everybody gets the chance to do that. So you kind of feel
And
privileged
it's
to.
even dope when you go to another country and they speak a similar language as you.
Mhm.
Even if it's like different accents or different like
Mhm.
variations, but it's still the same language.
Yeah.
You could kind of relate. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So it's pretty cool. Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, I've
I'm
been there
trying to take
before.
2 to 3 this year for sure.
At least.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
2 to 3. I'm satisfied with 2 to 3 this year. I did 3 last year.
How many of those three were new places?
2.
Two? That's really good.
That's great.
That's really good.
And this year I'm gonna do one like real soon. It's gonna be like same place again, but for the second time.
Okay.
So it's still kind of new.
Mhm.
And then after that, I want to go somewhere warm. That's around
Mhm.
the summer sometime.
Mhm.
Somewhere new, ideally. I wouldn't mind Jamaica. I'm gonna tell you some of my country on my list. I got Jamaica on my list. I got Puerto Rico on my list. Mexico again. I don't mind going again somewhere else.
Mhm.
I have Colombia somewhat in my list.
Mm.
Costa Rica is not bad on my list. You've
Mhm.
been there,
Mhm.
right? Of course. Turks and Caicos is on my list. Bora Bora is on
Turks.
my list. The
Bora.
Bahamas is on my list. Yeah, like this side of the region, that's on my list. And then like Hawaii's on my list. Europe, London is on my list.
Europe is one of those
But
like
that's like I feel like the Europe trips I'll do it like later on in life though.
I feel like yeah.
Right now I want to kind of stick to the like Caribbean,
Mhm.
South America vibe right now.
Europe is like going to Europe is a real touristy.
Yeah, but I want to get in
No,
touch with
it's a good
I want to get
thing.
in touch with the Mondums, you know?
No, yeah. What the what?
The Mondums.
Okay, what's that? What is that?
The Mondums.
Okay,
The
Mondums.
Mondums is the Mondums, the Mondums.
The Mond.
Basically they're
I told you I'm slow as hell.
nah, I try to say this the nicest way possible. They basically like black people but in
Mhm.
London.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Mm.
Like urban.
Like drill, original drill.
Sort of kind of, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like a mix of like Jamaica and like Canada and London.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
That
about
type
now.
of vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, nah, in general, I want to go to London, um, Paris. I probably try it out. Italy, I guess.
I want to go to those places, but like you say, like when I'm a little more
Like 30s and
older,
40s, I don't mind it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that like that's
More
what I'm.
settled down, then
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I feel like now at my age, at least when I go on vacation, I want to have at least one day where I'm like just getting drunk and
Yeah.
this and that, like just really like in my own element, enjoying myself, like being able to drink, go to sleep, wake up, go to
What's the
sleep.
earliest you woken up on the trip? Like whenever you traveled,
I'm up by 7
what time was it? What time you take your first drink?
on the bar open.
7:05,
No, cause no.
8.
10, cause that's when the bar is. They serving you.
You don't buy bottles?
No, no.
Really?
I have before, but no, not anymore. Cause I need to drink all the alcohol they give.
Do you do resorts only,
I
or have you done like Airbnbs and shit too?
I'm trying to think of where I've done Airbnbs. So far, everywhere I've gone, I've done resorts or like a hotel. Because when I went to Canada, I just stayed in a hotel.
Oh, you went to Canada?
Yeah, I went to Montreal.
Heard you.
Yeah,
Heard you.
yeah. I went to. It was just a hotel, so like you had to go eat out, drink out, all that stuff. But like vacations,
You
I've
should
done
try
resorts.
Airbnb for one time.
For real. And then I get the bottles and stuff. Oh my god, but that's dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Cause I got problems. I
What
like
problems?
drinking
So drink.
on vacation. Está loco.
Drink.
A las 7 de la mañana.
Drink. Drink.
At 7 in the morning. You
It's
imagine?
different only because like it's in different places wherever you at, like in the city or like in the town or whatever. But like you have like a privacy, like you with the people that you come with.
More of a liberty.
Yeah, you don't have the jurisdiction of like policy. Like you have policy and rules like from the
Mhm.
owner of the house, but you don't have the like check in check out pressure, like or like I don't know. It's different. It's a different vibe. Like for example, a lot of these places have pools. So like maybe you don't want to go to the beach. You have like a private pool for you
Mhm.
guys.
Mhm.
They have grills. You could barbecue. Probably go to the supermarket get some eat. It's different. You could mix it up. You could mix it up where they're like, oh, we're gonna go pick to go out at this time. We make reservations at this time, and in the morning we do breakfast. Everybody does breakfast, and
Versus the
y'all
time
eat
that they give you breakfast.
exactly.
Yeah.
It mixes it up a little bit. You could do house games.
You're right.
Interesting.
You're right. I could see
I
that. I think
recommend
I
it.
gotta. I most definitely will try it out. But so far, I've only done like resorts and like I
You've
said
been to
hotels.
Aruba?
Yeah, I have been to Aruba.
How many times?
That I remember one.
You fucked there?
Hmm?
You fucked there? You liked it?
I love
I
Aruba.
think I'll move there. I'll consider it
For real?
in the future.
You
Yeah.
know their crime rate is like below like is it or
They only have like 2 or 3 crimes like every year.
it's like below like a 1%.
Yeah.
Like the cars you cross the street and they stop for you.
There was only 6 COVID cases when I was there. Like
Yeah.
that whole year.
My 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 grandma, she lived in Aruba for a
Oh, really?
yeah. She was a chef there and everything. Like retired
Everybody got
from
houses and
Aruba.
cars over there.
Mhm. So my mom stayed out there like for like long
Oh,
periods of
she had experience
times.
living there too?
Yeah, like she would live there with her mom for like maybe like 6 months or months like that. Whenever like full years
And the
and stuff.
beaches are all nice. The water.
Mhm. And then my mom's friend, one of her best friends, is still out there. Like, yeah,
People don't be angry.
no, she's always happy.
The happy island.
That's kind of scary.
Why?
I don't know. Just her in general. She's
But
always
yeah,
happy.
like settling down, like I don't mind living there. I think that's a very peaceful place.
It's
You
a
have your
lot to
space.
do at the same
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. For sure.
I loved Aruba. I stayed at a resort. You stayed at a B&B or?
Yeah, I stayed in
Yeah,
an Airbnb,
yeah, I stayed at a resort.
but everything was like close within driving distance.
When I went, everything was open.
Yeah, I mean when I went, it was a COVID restriction, so niggas had curfew,
Yeah,
but it made it work because we went as a group, so we still had the house.
that you can chill at.
It's different than like if I'm in a hotel with curfew, like I can't go down the hall and knock on the door.
But if you're in a resort, it's the same way.
What do you mean? Or you
Like,
could stay. You could.
yeah,
Oh, you could go
you can
outside.
hang out in the
Inside.
resort. Like if
Got
you want to go out, you can. Because when I went to Mexico, it was the same thing. Like it was 2020, the summer, same thing, COVID restrictions. Like everything was closed, but the bars were still open, stuff
Mm.
like that. So we would like spend our nights. Cause usually when you go on vacation, you want to go to a club and go
Mhm.
here or there.
Mhm.
We would just like sit by the bar, order like mad drinks, shots, all that stuff.
You tequila person, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely a tequila person.
It's crazy. Like I've drank more tequila over the last couple of years than like Henny, for example, like dark liquor.
I think when you grow up, you start getting into
I don't drink
tequila.
Henny like that no more.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
I mean, none of this shit is healthy.
No, tequila's more healthy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Like
has
for
less
real, for real?
sugar.
Really?
Yeah, that's why Henny and everything dark, it tastes different because it's sweeter, it has more sugar to it.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's why it's darker. So lighter liquor is
Mm.
it's
Agave.
light, so I don't have as much sugar and stuff
Got you.
and
I did not know that.
additives. Mhm. That's why I'm just drinking Tequila
Now I don't
straight.
know, cause I know at one point when I was in college at first, like Henny was
Anything.
the shit.
Anything.
Like
Yeah.
you wave if you drinking Henny, you know.
For real, for real.
It was mostly that.
No, not well,
Or
for
Patron.
me. For me, listen. I think after like when I turned 19, I was just like I'm over Henny, so I just started drinking tequila.
19.
Yeah.
Damn, you a demon. You was out here. Who's getting the liquor for you?
Huh?
Who's getting the liquor for you? It wasn't you. You had a fake ID,
No, my ID did not look like me.
so it wasn't working.
No, it wasn't working. Well, you come to an age where you just don't want Henny anymore.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, I haven't like even Patron. I haven't had it in a while either. Like that. Like it's not as often.
Yeah.
Casamigos usually like if I don't know what I want, I just get that.
Oh,
What you on right now? What's your vibe? What do you be drinking lately?
my vibe is just living life. No. Lately, tequila always. I don't do Casamigos
Or what kind of
because
tequila?
I don't do Casamigos because Casamigos. I don't know. That was you in demon time.
Don't you want to be in Demon Town?
Not that kind of demon time. Yo, Casamigos will have you messed up. I feel they got poison in it.
You ever had Espolón?
Espolón is good.
That shit is crazy.
That's is that your my equivalent to Casamigos?
Yeah,
Yeah, for you?
yeah.
It's not for me. I could do Espolón. I could do Patron. There's a new one called Terminda. I don't know. I don't want
What
to say
the
it
fuck
wrong.
that ass?
Terminda.
Really? Hmm.
It's pretty good. It tastes good. I've tasted it before.
Hmm.
Um, what else I'll do? I'll do like some Don Julio, the blue one. That's good. Um, yeah. I keep
What's
it
your
pretty
favorite? What's
simple.
your favorite mixed drink? Or what's one of your go-tos?
I do Tito's, which is vodka with pineapple juice.
Oh, you like vodka too?
Yeah, I like vodka. Well, not to take shots.
Nah, that's beastie. I've done it. I've done it.
I've
That shit
done
is
it too.
beastie. I prefer tequila, but that shit is crazy.
Taking
That's like
shots of vodka is
that's
like
like
murder.
like I'm a Russian. Like
Ugh.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
be having you on that type of
yeah,
time too.
yeah, yeah.
But I could like I like vodka with like
I feel like when I
mixed.
when I want to play it safe, I just go with margaritas. I really like margaritas. I know it's simple, but it hits for me.
It hits, yeah.
I used to do Jack Daniels before. I mean Jack and Coke before.
Yeah.
Like on some like they want some dark shit. Um, Henny and like cranberry juice back then,
Yeah, that's
or
calm.
Henny and passion fruit.
Mhm.
Um, what else? What else?
Nah, yeah. Pineapple juice with either Patron or Tito's is my go-to.
I forgot something. Sunshine. That's a drink called Moonrise Sunshine, something like
A
that.
sunrise. A
Sun
tequila sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah, I've had that. Um,
I like tequila sunrises.
but there's always mad different names. Sex on the Beach is valid too.
Sex on the Beach is good. What is it? A breeze, Bahama breeze, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good. I
There's
I
a
like
punch one
drinking.
too. I forgot the name.
Rum punch.
Not that. Do you have any last things you want to say? I know this episode was different. We was just talking all over the place, but it was good to be back here.
Yeah.
It was good to do this 2022.
What are your goals this new year?
Like I said, my goal is to manifest. My goal is to now I have a job that's um I want to increase my work ethic too in very different aspects of my life.
Okay.
Uh, I would like to, by the end of the year, change my living situations.
Okay.
Like something whether like I live by myself.
Okay.
I think that's one of the things I want to accomplish this year at some point.
That's a good accomplishment.
Um, if I could get a car, I could, but I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna prioritize that like the living situation first,
Mhm.
and yeah, just get healthy and recuperate from my injuries.
Okay.
That's goals for me, and
What
travel. Like I said,
goals for Encoded?
goals for Encoded. Like I mentioned, I want to definitely have us do more podcasts this year, more episodes. Um, I would like to have guests here and there, like we've been planning to. We might have one next week. Um, I definitely want us to have clothing. Like I know we have been saying this for a while, but I really want us to have that
Yeah.
some type of clothing attire by the summer.
Mhm.
I think that's a realistic timeline. Um, I want us to be in different distribution platforms.
Yes.
So like Apple eventually, we
Mhm.
still got to find a way to do that. Spotify, Amazon podcast, some shit like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wanna do that. I wanna update our logo, which is it's a good start. You know, I like it. Have different variations of the logo, like an emblem or something.
Mhm.
Um, I would like for you to still be in the podcast this year, of course.
Period.
And yeah, man, I would want us to like keep growing with the conversations, um, be more organic, have more flowing topics,
Mhm.
trending topics, topics that are to our core as well, things that we really believe and think on our own, you know, have those conversations come to light, have people be related with it and increase our viewership
Mhm.
and engagement. That's those are the goals for Encoded that I
For
have.
sure. For
What about
sure.
you?
Encoded or just in
Both.
general? Encoded, like you said, more episodes and like um for myself and encoded, like be more proactive and like do more, not just like be on the podcast, but do other stuff or try to find other ways to do stuff. And also, like, ideas and conversations. Like this week, you asked us to like bring what were some topics that, so like think of or create topics and like new things and stuff. And then in life, just like be truthful, independent. I'm a little liar, so just be more truthful with my words and like the way I treat people and just be independent. Yeah, period.
Pushing P.
Just a P.
Pushing P. But yeah, with that being said, this is Encoded, new episode 2022. I'll write the number sometime when I when I put this up. I got the shit mixed up. I think it's 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 9.
9.
Yeah, cause I think
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I've been on 1, 2,
My goal
3. I've been on 4.
my goal is by the end of the year, by December,
So
I want to
excited.
have at least 25 up.
You want to do it by seasons? Is that what you do?
I thought about it. I just feel like since we had, I mean, it could be seasons. I just feel like we didn't have enough to make it like a lengthy season.
Okay, I hear
We
you.
could probably talk about it. We'll see what number we
Yeah,
could
we could
distinguish
talk
as
about
like seasons.
it. Mhm.
Something more even.
Mhm.
Oh, we have 8, so this will be 9. Episode 9, by the way.
Period.
Um, yeah, I feel like we could do seasons perhaps. We would just have to sit down off the screen, of course,
And just
and figure out
figure
like
it out.
what's the best method for us to transition into
Mhm.
seasons
That would be cool.
and what's our goals per season. Yeah. With that being
Exciting.
said, this is Gilbert season in the cut. You already know this is your lovely host, uh,
Abby, just
Abby right
Abby.
here, and we're gonna tune in. You know.
Bye.